All right, welcome everybody. Welcome to the DreAMpoweR MasterClass. If you are joining us on YouTube, make sure to subscribe our channel. If you are here with us in Zoom, let us know in the chat box from which part of the world you are tuning in with us today. So without wasting any time, I will bring Mr. Sunil Chaya on board to get the thing started in the DreAMpoweR Masterclass. So Mr. Sunil, over to you.
Yeah, good evening, everybody. How are you? So, yeah, this is in continuation with our last Friday's webinar. When we spoke about the goals, we spoke about what type of goals are there and how do we reach that goal and through a meditation. So, basically, what did we do? We worked out the number of goals that we really want in life, desires or wants that we have, 10 of them. Then we struck off five at a particular uh, period of time which was in seconds. Then we wrote down only three of the goals. After writing down the three goals, we did an energy test, and based on the energy test, we did a meditation. Right now, let me ask you one question. When you came across and found out that this is my actual goal or my want or my desire, and as per the goals, the A, B, or C type, that is your C type of goal, then why are you not able to go towards that goal? Have you ever thought of that? See, basic reason why you're not going is because you are not pursuing that goal with passion. And even if you're doing it, probably you're not doing the activities that you need to do to go towards that goal, right? So I'd suggested that you do is goal achieving sheet. Keep 30 sheets ready with you and write down six activities that will take you towards the goal in a priority way, right? Prioritize them. And unless you don't complete the first priority, don't go to the second one. So in this way, you reach the sixth one. Okay, you somebody will say, "Oh no, I was not able to complete in the whole day. I was not able to complete even two of them." Don't worry. Carry forward those four and write it down for the next day. However, keeping in mind the priority of that next day, what are the priorities for that day, the second day, and write down those activities. This is how we go on. And once you start doing that, you will see yourself going towards that goal of yours. What would you really have at the end of 30 days? Okay, that you should be able to know what you want, what you have. So for that, let us see what are your actually the position where you want to reach in the next 30 days. Write it down, and then in the next 1 year and the next 2 years. Can you write that down? I'll give you a couple of minutes to write that down. It could be your financial goal, it could be your career, it could be your business, it could be your relationship, any aspect of your life where you had already decided on that goal number one, that goal C of yours in the last week's seminar. Okay. So let me know once you're done. Put it in the chat box if you're ready with it. Then we'll go further. Okay, great. So now let's move forward. Okay. Now let me ask you one question. How do you feel when you start working on that? Do you feel stuck? Do you feel as though there's something wrong that you're doing, or there's something missing in what you're doing? Is there something that you really want to come out of? You feel as though you're, tied up with something. Something is not allowing you to do your the way you want to go about. Yes, that will happen because what has happened is you are You have tied yourself up in a box, and the box is known as your paradigms, which are being created right from before you were born, and those paradigms are stopping you. And based on the paradigm, you have created a sort of an image about yourself that, yeah, this is all that I can do. I can go nowhere beyond this. And then you start working hard on that, on what you want to achieve in life. Because you already got now, you decided what you want to do. But you're working harder, very hard. And hard work is giving you some result. Then you start working a little more harder. So by the time that other harder finishes, you go a little bit more. And sometimes you can even get much more than what you expected. But what happens? Over a period of time, you cannot work any harder. Physically and mentally, you're tired of. And then the results don't grow. What happens? The graph starts coming down. And instead of gaining, you start losing. Your faith reduces, your persistence reduces, your ambitions dry out, you feel depressed, you feel discouraged. All these things start happening. Why? Because hard work is not anymore giving you any better results or any further results. Why does that happen? So, what you need to do? You need to turn around 180 degrees and take a path of least resistance. Now, let me give you an example of that least resistance. Do you know that water is supposed is takes least resistance path to go to and go through any point? So when there is when it's like if we say that example that if there is a leakage in the house, the rainwater is getting from your windows. It takes a least resistance path and goes across into the ceiling of the concrete ceiling, and then it comes out from somewhere, right? And that least resistance path we can see when the water is traveling. So same way, you need to take some lesson from that. Apart from stopping that leakage, yeah. What is the lesson you should take? And you create a path which which brings about least resistance to go forward, right? So what happens then? You start moving faster. Start moving faster. Instead of days, it will take hours. Instead of hours, it will take minutes. Instead of minutes, it can take even seconds. That is how you should work. Be stick to that. Search for that least resistance path. Stick to that. Be persistent and start getting enthusiastic about it. Because unless you don't get enthusiastic about it, you will not feel the vibrations within you. And once you start feeling that good vibration within you, and once you start developing that extra energy within you, you know that the creator is working within you. And that creator is nothing but God, your other side, your higher intelligence, from where you must have asked for the guidance. So, how do you get the guidance now? Let me ask you that question. Anyone who would like to answer that question? How do you get guidance from the other side? Yeah. Can you put it on the chat box or in the comment box if you're on the YouTube? Let me know so that I can answer, I can guide you further or give you a way which would really take you and help you to take guidance from the other side. Okay. Now, let's remember one thing. We are all working in three different planes. One is a spiritual plane, one is intellectual plane, another is a physical plane. The physical plane is our body. The intellectual plane is our mind. And the spiritual is the one which is around us. The energy that is flowing to and through us. You know what did Wallace Wattles say in his book, Science of English? That there is a thinking substance. which penetrates, permeates, and fills the interspaces of the universe. And it fills every available space, including your body. So the energy is flowing to and is flowing through you. So in that energy itself, you can create an image of yours, whatever you want. Now that if you are thinking negative, you'll create a negative something image which is not really serving your purpose. But if you are creating a positive image, and the positive image comes into reality. How does it come into reality? One is see that image continuously and focus on that image. Because focus is one thing which I have faith and believe and expect it to come. It will come. That is one way of doing it. The second way is by getting connected to your spiritual side. Now, how can you get connected to your spiritual side? Now, if you see the spirit, if you consider the mind as a circle and divide it into half, make it two parts. The upper part is the conscious mind, which gathers the information from whatever you from your physical senses, the five physical senses. The lower part is the subconscious mind, right? And that subconscious mind is one which creates emotions. Once you go on it, pushing that particular thought of yours, the image of yours, the idea of yours into the subconscious mind, you will start feeling the emotions and your energy levels on your physical body will increase, your physical body's vibrations will change, and those vibrations will be sent out, and the law of attraction that is there, it will start searching for the vibrations and give you back. It will always give you more than what you have asked for. That is the rule of the universe. Because it likes to give you good, it likes to give you love, it likes to give you most positive things that a human being should have. And it always gives you much more than what is required. Now, what happens? When it comes to the physical, how do you get connected? I said that subconscious mind, and the physical body. But in the physical body, there is one thing which is known as the switching station. The switching station is our brain, the one which is in the head here. Okay, so the mind that is there guides the brain, and the brain guides the body. How does that happen? Whatever goes into your subconscious mind goes into your brain. Either it is when you left brain working person, or if it is something that you're on a deeper level of your mind or slowing down of your brain frequencies, then it goes into your right. How does that happen? What are the different frequencies of the brain? Let us talk about that a little bit. So when you're at a normal position, when you're working consciously, your brain, it's vibrating at certain cycles per second. It vibrates. There's a pulsation in the brain. And that figure, that number of cycles per second is what the heart vibrates at, but it vibrates at that number per minute. Okay. Now when it is vibrating, you are at a certain frequency, and that frequency in a normal conscious self is known as a beta level. What is it known as? A beta level. It's a Greek alphabet. Then there's another frequency. That frequency band is between 14 cycles to 21 cycles per second. Man is normal, absolutely. And whenever he's at between up to 20, 21, he is absolutely normal. But when it goes beyond 20 cycles per second, he starts becoming abnormal, he starts behaving abnormally. And then, of course, the higher frequency, which would lead him to the mental hospital. Anyway, then there's the next band, which is between 7 and 14 cycles per second. This is the strongest band. This band is known as the alpha level. Why it is the strongest band? Because years ago, when the EEG machine, electroencephalographic graph machine, was was really uh, introduced to the world, it could only read the frequency which was the most strongest frequency, and that strongest frequency happened to be between 7 and 14 cycle, that is the alpha band. So that again, that happens that the alpha word, the alpha brain frequency came in first. So it, when it does not, the Greek alphabets do not come as per the way it has to come. It is as per the research and the findings. Then you go down further to further lower brain frequency, which is four between 4 cycles to 7 cycles per second, and that frequency, that band is called as the theta band. Now the theta band is basically used for healing purposes because your healing energy is situated between 5.5 to 6 cycles per second. You can heal people. Your healing energy which is there in the body given by God, okay, it's already there. That gets activated, and that gives you the healing abilities. You can heal your body and you can heal others also. Below that, between almost 0 to 4 cycles per second, is the delta band. That is the sleep band. When you were born, you come from that almost zero frequency and you come into the physical world. And a child is always vibrating at that almost zero when it's just born. And as the age progresses, that is from 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, that brain frequency also goes by that number. However, the child operates in the whole band because when the child starts focusing on something and he starts observing things, when he starts seeing things, he is at 20 cycles because the eyes to focus requires 20 cycles per second. Okay. Now, what happens when it is at 20 cycles? It sees things. When you call the child, it will look at you. It knows that he's called, this so and so person is calling me. It still cannot recognize. But then as he grows, the frequency goes on increasing. Then it comes to the theta frequency, that is between 4 and 7 cycles. And then between 7 and 14 cycles. Now, the brain, as I said, is between almost 0 to 20. The center of the brain frequency is 10 cycles per second. Now, what happens at 10 cycles per second? Something very strange, very amazing, very awesome starts happening. At 10 cycles per second, the right and the left brain hemisphere both operate together. Together. It never operates together at any other frequency. If it is below 10, it's only the right brain that is dominant. All the God's given gift, the mental faculties, like your perception, your will, your reasoning, your intuition, your imagination, everything, your memory, everything is there. And that child up to the age of 10 is using that very well. But if you stop him from using that, then he starts, then that particular activity or that particular faculty starts getting stops and starts getting deactivated. Anyway, at 10 cycles, what happens is both are working simultaneously. And once it goes about 10, 95% of the people then start operating only on the left brain hemisphere. Because predominantly left brain worker. Absolutely logical. Anything you tell the person, go by his logic. He will never go by his intuition. So when we want to connect ourselves to the other side, the spiritual side, what do? We connect ourselves and bring down our brain frequency to 10 seconds per second through different techniques and processes. That time, your right brain is connected to your spiritual side. Whatever is there in the energy in the universe, whatever information you want to get or give, you can do that from that at that particular frequency. So when you are trying to get information or guidance from the universe, What you do, whatever your goal, your desire is, you create a video of that goal or desire. You come down to 10 cycles per second, and then you send that video, pass it to the universe, saying that I want the guidance on this, how to go about. And you take it for granted that the video has been delivered. Then wait for 3 to 4 days. After the 3 to 4 days, you start getting signs, indications that, yeah, this is what you need to do. And once you get that indication, immediately take that action. That action which we call is the inspired action. So how does it happen? You have something in the mind, in the conscious mind, you gathered some information, made some thought or idea, pushed it down as an image into the subconscious mind. You are connected to your spiritual side. The subconscious mind is giving out some energy. They say, yes, this is what it is. It gets connected. The information goes into your right brain. You start getting that information. And the right brain at that 10 seconds per second, it copy pastes that information onto your left brain. Okay, it's only at 10 cycles. Otherwise, whatever below 10 cycles, whatever is seen by the right brain is impressed only on the right brain. It does not copy paste on the left brain. Anything about 10 cycles, whatever you see, whatever you are put into your brain, you made some neuron paths in your brain. That is not just copied on the left brain, but it gets duplicated on the right brain also. But whatever on the right brain does not get duplicated. You have to copy paste it manually when you are at 10 cycles. That is what I mean. Manually is in inverted comma. Okay. So when you do that, the information goes to the left brain. What does it work on the left brain? It's like a commander of the army. Gives a command. Come on, man. Start this job. Do this work. Whatever the work may be. Either lift your left hand or lift your right hand. Look to your left or look to your right. Start walking, start marching, start running. Whatever you need to do, the information that is given by the right brain, you are given by that left brain. A command is given to the body starts working, it starts taking the action. When it starts taking that action, that vibration level increases in the body. And that vibration is read by the universe, and the universe brings about by way of law of attraction and gets your result. But this is how the whole system works. But you need to go at 10 cycles. Now, you'll say, how do we go 10 cycles? But before that, let me come to one more point. There are natural alpha thinkers. Einstein. You know about Albert Einstein, great scientist we know. He was a natural alpha thinker. His his brain was vibrating always at 10 cycles right from his birth. It never went up beyond 10 cycles. So he was always getting information and he was asking information. He was doing a two-way. It was a two-way communication with the spiritual side. And that's why you know Einstein is Einstein today. Right? And what he said, that I'm only using 10% of my brain. Can you imagine? Even when, as Einstein, he says he's using only 10%. You can imagine how much potential we have got. A normal person uses around 3 to 4% of his brain power. So, what is the potential? Increase that brain power by 1% and see how your world changes. But yeah, we can even show you how to increase it beyond that 1% also. And with apparently no effort. Apparently no effort. And you can get the results much beyond the next logical step. Right? So, if I just recap on that, the spiritual side, the intellectual side, and the physical body. Spiritual side is connected through your brain through meditation, coming down to 10 cycles per second. And you send information or you get information and you give command. What is the information that you want? It comes from the subconscious mind. Because the subconscious mind is one which is creating that image and that emotions within it. Those emotions are getting into your body. And that is nothing, those emotions are nothing but are a part of the right brain. gives those type of emotions. And when you're feeling so elated, you are already at a level of joy. So what you need to do, your brain frequency always is already working at a lower level. It's only a matter of going down a little more deeper, being slowing down a little more, slowing down of the frequency, and you're at 10 cycles, right? And when you're at 10 cycles, straight away you get connected, and you can take a life to whatever level you want. So simple, but people don't use it. So you need to use it. You need to create more and more emojis. So what will be your, I will give you an exercise for today. What will be your exercise for today? First of all, with your eyes open, see what your goal that you want in your life. Okay. Then see that, close your eyes and see again, review that goal of yours. Create a video of it. Okay. And then before you go to sleep, this is you can do any time of the day. But then before you go to sleep, you need to do one more thing. What you need to do? Simply count from 50 to 1. When you are at 1, with your eyes closed, when you're at 1, you will again see and review that video that you saw during the day, that second video. You are the actor, the lead actor in that video. Okay. And once you do that, you then see the fourth video, you create a fourth video where you see your goal and see the steps, the action that you need to take, that you want to take progressively, what you are going to do to reach to that goal. And then just say to yourself mentally that my higher intelligence, I am delivering this video to you, kindly guide me. That's all. And take it for granted that videos have been delivered. And then, as I said, 3 to 4 days time, you'll start getting the indications, and you have to take the inspired action on that. So, if you have not written your goal down, write it down, script it, give it as much description, because in these videos you will have to put in all the details. You have to put in the colors in that video, because your videos, if they have the color, it gives more clarity in that video. Put in whatever sounds that you want to put pertaining to your goal. Put in whatever life that is around that needs to be in that. Put it there in the video. If you need a pet to be in that video of yours for a goal, see a pet in that. Anything. If you want to see a plant, a growing plant in that, put a growing plant in that video. Whatever it is, do it. If you want to see that you're farming something very good for in the fields, see that you're doing the farming with a tractor or with and borrowing the land, and or if you don't have if you want to do it with the animals like bullocks and all, go to that, see that there, and then see your farm, in your farm, those the growth of whatever you have sowed in that will come out so beautifully, because you have really given that intention and that power and that positivity, that honesty, that purity into that. So we'll get that, right? So write down your goal, make a script of it. If you want, record it on your mobile and read it. That I, so and so, put your name. I'm so happy and grateful now that, because this particular phrase converts that whole thing into a present tense, right? And then what happens when you do that thing and push that video there, then the universe itself works for you. It works for you. You will not know from where things are happening and how things are happening, but it starts happening. So many coincidences will start taking place. And you will see that you're going towards your goal. You'll be able to see your goal, because then what happens? Your future reality comes into your present. Right? So this is what you need to do. So if you do this exercise, you'll be really doing a great job for you, and see that whatever you desire to have in life, see that it is helping other human beings also, at least two or more, and that what you desire is beneficial for humanity. Okay, so yeah, I think Sukhir wanted to add something on this. Sukhir,
Yeah, sure. Why not?
yeah,
Like as always, like the way the things that you have shared about the right brain, the left brain, how the connection is there, and about the goals. And it is very, very important and very, very vital that you have a very clear, concise statement of what do you really want. Because see, this is the beginning. If you don't have a goal card, you're missing something very big in your life. Because if you have a goal card and if you really write on that goal card that what you really want out of your life in a very clear, concise sentence, it could be just one sentence. It may be like, I'm so happy and grateful now that I am earning, and then the amount of money that you want to earn. Or it could be something like that. I'm so happy and grateful now that I'm living in a healthy body. What that healthy body means to you. It could be any goal, but what you have to do is you have to put the first step in the right direction. And the first step in the right direction is have a goal. Literally have a goal. And then I highly recommend you that you must do that exercise that Mr. Sunil has shared with you. First, see your goal with an open eyes, then close your eyes, then build that movie. And before you go to sleep at night, count from 15 to 1. And on the count of 1, just play that movie again and send it to the universe. Now, if you do that, you are going to get some information back from the universe that you have never imagined. This exercise is so, so much powerful. But at the same time, what you have to understand is that in all this process, everything that we are doing, everything that you're going through, there is one thing that will really hold you back. So let us just have a little discussion about that. What is something that can literally hold you back? Mr. Sunil already gave you an idea about that. What hold us back is nothing more. It's our conditioning, it's our programming that we call as a paradigm. Now, just to give you a little bit idea about paradigm, because paradigm is a very vast subject and we cannot cover the whole idea in just one call. That's why we have many other things, the program and the seminars in which we go through all this stuff. Understand it. Right now, your mind is conditioned to think in a certain way, to act in a certain way, to create the certain results over and over and over again. And if you want to change your results, if you really want to do something bigger in your life and have something better in your life, you got to make some solid decisions. But at the same time, you have to understand that how to overwrite that old conditioning, that old belief system, everything that has been programmed into your mind. And that all starts with one idea, and that is a mental move, the magical mental move, and its decision. Now, let me share something very interesting with you about decision. All right. Because many people don't understand the decision, they don't understand the power of decision, and they don't understand the true idea behind decision. Now, when you make a decision, and in fact, when you make a committed decision, you're not dependent upon how much money you have in your bank account. You're not dependent upon whether you have the resources or not. And you're not even dependent upon whether is there anybody with you on this project or whatever it is or not. You just depend upon one thing: do you want it or not? So, whatever that goal is, it doesn't matter how big or small that goal is, you got to make a decision. Now, let me tell you a funny thing. Right now you are on this call, and many of you may treat it as a coincidence. Many of you may treat it as, okay, I just saw that notification, I'm there. But you all have made a conscious choice and a decision to take time out of your schedule and be here on this call and listen to us. Even that was a decision. When you wake up in the morning, you go out there, you eat your food, whatever you eat is a decision. You go to your office, you go to your business, you talk to a client, you talk to a prospect, you talk to them in a certain way, you do certain things, you don't do certain things. Every single thing that you're doing on everyday basis is a decision. And guess what? Every single decision that you are taking, it is shaping your life for either for good or for bad. That means every single decision is bringing something back towards our life. But most of the time, we allow that conditioning. We allow that paradigm that is so sunk and deep down into our subconscious mind to make our decision for ourselves. We allow our past to dictate what we are going to do in the future. We allow the money in our bank account to dictate what we're going to do, how much we are going to spend, or what we are going to buy, or where we are going to invest. And unluckily, we don't make decisions to invest into ourselves. We don't make decisions to really do the things that we know we love to do. We don't make decisions that we know are good for us. Now, why we do all that kind of silly stuff? Why we do all these things? There's just one reason why we do these things, because we are pre-programmed, and some of your conditioning and some of your thinking is not even your thinking. That is a result of your environmental and social conditioning that has been taking place from many, many years, since the day even when you was not even born. At the time of conception, your programming started building. It's a little particle of DNA from your mom and a little particle of DNA from your dad, and bang, here is you. And then you make your debut after 9 months on this planet Earth. But at that time, you're already pre-programmed with your mother and your father's thought and their mother and father's thoughts. And that genetic pool conditioning go way, way, way back into generations. And all those ideas are bang programmed straight into you. So before even you gain conscious control over your thinking, you are already pre-programmed to think in a certain way. You are pre-programmed to behave in a certain way, and you're pre-programmed to act in a certain way. And that's the reason why most people, they're always frustrated. They never understood that why things are happening that way, why things are not going the way I want them to go, because they don't understand. They have been conditioned, they have been pre-programmed by some ideas in their subconscious mind. Now, how we can literally shift our life, like what we have to do in order to shift our life, that might be the question. That has to be the question on your mind if it's not there yet. What you have to do is, it's right there on the screen. You have to make a decision. You have to make a decision. But how we make a decision? We make a decision just based upon what we want. But still, some of you are going to have challenges. Some of you are going to say, I don't have confidence. Some of you are going to say that, so be, but how I can make decisions when there is not enough money in the bank account, how I can do this when I don't have help, and all that stuff. A lot of confusions are going to be there on your mind. A lot of things are going to pop up on the screen of your mind. But you know what? We have a great news. But before I share the good news, I want to ask you, how many of you are really, really ready to make that shift? Now, it is not an ordinary shift. It's a big shift I'm talking about. And if you're watching us on YouTube, let me know in the chat box if you are ready to make a big shift. All right, so I see Chintan saying yes. Perfect. I am ready. That is wonderful. Now, if you are ready to make the big shift, if you are ready to just break your barriers, if you are ready to go beyond your logical thinking, then the news we have is just for you. And the news is that we are coming up with a marvelous, fantastic, fantabulous, wonderful seminar. It is Quantum Leap to Success, which is starting next Friday. So next Friday at this time, we will be running that powerful seminar in which you will get information that you have never got before. You will entertain ideas that you have never entertained before. And you will get information that you absolutely never, ever got before. All you need is a decision, because Quantum Leap to Success has everything that you need to change your life for the better. It doesn't matter whatever area you talk about, Quantum Leap to Success is the formula for you. It is for you. Now, I want you to look at this quote from Nelson Mandela. Look at this quote and let it sink into your subconscious mind and ask yourself a question. Nelson Mandela said, there is no passion to be found playing in small and settling for a life that is less than the one you're capable of living. Now, we all are capable of living a rich, abundant, happy, great life. But are we really living that life? Most of us are not. You know why? Because we never, ever stretch ourselves. We never stretch ourselves. We never go beyond what we think is logical. We all are just fooling ourselves around, if I must say. So what you got to do, let me ask you some questions. Now, the first question that I really want to ask you is, are you crystal clear on what you want? That means, do you have a clear idea and do you have a goal card written down that what do you want? Like I have a very clearly defined goal here on my goal card and I'm going after it, and I know I am hitting it. I know I am achieving it. Do you have that kind of a crystal clear goal? And if you have that, do you think you're pursuing that, or you're pursuing what somebody else is saying you, or you're pursuing what somebody else decides for you? What are you pursuing? And then the third and the very most important question, are you earning the money you want to earn? Now, most people, if I say most people, 97% of the people are only earning 3% of the whole money that is available on the world. And it is just 3 to 5% people who are earning 95% of the money available on this planet. Why such a difference? Because they have understood something we haven't understood. They have really have clearly defined goals, the wants and the desires. Do you have? And if your answer is no to any of these questions, then Quantum Leap to Success is for you. Without any doubt, then this seminar is for you. In this seminar, we are going to cover not just one area, we will be covering the whole development of you. If you talk about spiritual development, that is covered there. If you talk about how to earn more money, how to become more wealthy, it is covered there. If you talk about how to better, how to build better relationships, how to maintain your present relationships, how to put life into the dead relationships, anything and everything, Quantum Leap to Success is for you. And if you're looking forward to just become more healthy, grow your business, even get a job or whatever your goal is, that makes no difference, because Quantum Leap to Success is the science of living. It's a science of wellness. It's a science of health. It's a science of money earning. It's all right there. And I'm not just saying this to flatter you, and I'm not just saying these words to impress you. I'm saying this to impress an idea on your subconscious mind. And guess what? Right now, you are in an environment where you can make decisions. If you go out and if you say, I will think about it and then I'll decide whether I can go for the seminar or not, you will be fooling yourself for sure. Now, you look at this list. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Now, it's a long list of 13 different things that you will be getting once you make a decision to be a part of the seminar. You will have a seminar workbook. You will have a Quantum Leap planner that will help you to plan your Quantum Leap, that will help you to really, stay on track. You will have a 2 month of access to the Success Mindset Academy. You will have a vision board workshop that is free for you, which is usually worth rupees $500. You will have a daily Quantum Leap tracker. You will have a personal counseling session with us. Then is a discount on our one-on-one coaching, a gratitude journal. You will have recorded Quantum Leap affirmations based upon your goals. You will have meditation, access to mastermind community, and many of these stuff. Now, most of these benefits are only available on the purchase of a VIP ticket. So make sure to go for a VIP ticket, and it's just $113, something like that. It's not going to make you broke, but definitely if you invest that money into you, it is really going to help you to become better. It is really going to help you to grow yourself. So are you ready? Remember what it takes. All it takes is nothing more than just a decision. And the investment is there, but let me tell you one thing, early bird tickets are gone. There are no more early bird tickets available. Only tickets available right now are either the standard one or the VIP one. You can go for the standard one for $88, but I recommend you, why go for just $88? Why just save 13 plus 12, $25? Why not just go for the VIP? Go for the VIP, spend $130 into yourself, into your development, and see where it can take you. I can promise you, if you are committed, this seminar will take you wherever you want to go. It will take you, but it all takes a decision. You got to make that decision for yourself, not for me, not for Mr. Sunil, not for what we're saying, but for your goals, your desires, and your wants. And once you make that decision, you're going to get whatever ever you want. So now, if you have questions, we will definitely love to answer your questions. You can ask your questions in the chat box, and I would really love to invite Mr. Sunil back here for a couple of minutes to add some more insights that This is going to be our third virtual seminar, and we had great time in the last two virtual seminars. Those were really, really amazing. And there are some cool things planned for this virtual seminar. So, Mr. Sunil, why you recommend people to really jump into this without a second thought?
Well, as you very clearly and very nicely had already described why you should go in, the benefits of going in for this seminar, apart from whatever they will get as free from the VIP tickets, the thing that you will get is, first of all, you will get a total overhauling of your brain and your mind. Total overhauling. You will get a clarity of what you really want in your life. What is it that you're lacking in your life, and how you can get that lacking out of it. You need not even then bother about what's happening to you, because things will start happening for you. You'll start going towards the goal that you really want to go in for. You will start, as I said, coincidences will take place. You will say that how these things are happening. Those are the things that will start happening once you go for this such investments and such, you know, upgrading your own self. And then secondly, you will be able to help others. Once you know how to go about, you will become so beautiful in your mind, so positive in your mind, that you will always feel like helping others. And that is what we want to do. Help every person in the planet. See that we are able to help them. Let the whole chain grow, and let everybody start helping each other. Then there'll be a lot of peace in the world. That is what we want. And that is what is meant by beneficial to humanity. The phrase that I used. Something that you need to do which is beneficial for humanity. The whole of mankind, everybody is so much stressed, everybody is working in such a you know haphazard manner. Most of them, they don't even know where they're going in their life. They simply are saying, yes, it's going on. Life is going on. That is not what is required. Life is not supposed to just go on. You have to take your life right at heights and see that you are helping others also come up into the height. Okay. So this quantum leap, you take a leap and pull others with you. So everybody is taking a quantum leap. Let's join. Let us be there. Enjoy your 2.5 days or 3 days rather on the quantum leap success seminar and see the change in your world around you.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And I'm really looking forward to this seminar, because a lot of great things are about to happen there. And these 2.5 days, starting from next Friday, they're going to be absolutely, absolutely phenomenal. So don't second guess yourself. Just go ahead and jump into the seminar, and we're looking forward to see you there. So once again, Mr. Sunil, thank you so much for being here. And I'm really looking forward to the seminar, and I'll see you there. So bye
Thank
bye,
you so
guys.
much.